So a bit of a reality check there. Gold and silver had their breakouts interrupted by the dollar, especially by silver. Silver really got slammed just before even testing 26. So 26 very strong resistance on silver. We'll take a maybe a bigger look at silver than the others, but just off the bat, that wasn't a bad day for those that hold miners, which I think includes all of you, because when you have silver down 3.5%, and some miners are green, some silver miners are just down 1%, 2%. Whenever you have the miners not down more than the metal, that's a good day. And honestly, days like that can be better. In my opinion, it is better sometimes than days when you're up. Okay, the day before we were up 4 or 5%. It was a strong day. But imagine you have, silver up 1 or 2% and the miners are up 2%. Are you happy? No, you're not happy. You shouldn't be happy. You should expect more. You should expect at least double. And in this case, we had less than double. The miners were nowhere near as down as silver, let alone double the drop. So I think it was actually a good day if you take that into consideration. Now let's look at the DXY. I did say DXY was not that weak, and that was after the FOMC drop. I said maybe we go down here, but it's still not confirmed which way it's going to break out this pennant. Now look at where we are. Next day, pretty much bullish engulfing almost, and now we're already going up. If we start to break out, and especially if we close above this descending, and in case this descending is slightly wrong by a few millimeters, if you close above this here level here, let's say 105, a close above 105, it's completely done, mathematically guaranteed, break out the pennant, and then you test, well, 106, obviously, and then 107, which happen to be the last levels, well, the levels that I see, right? Look here. I mean, I've had these lines for ages, and I think they make sense, and plus they're big round numbers, but a close above 105, you've definitely taken out this pennant, and you're going up. You're going up at least to 106, probably 107. And if you test 107, you'll have some back and forth maybe, but it starts to look good. Why are we going up? I actually think, obviously, FOMC and whatever, who cares why we are going up. But look at this chart. This may be the big catalyst for the DXY. I haven't even looked at the euro dollar. That looks like it wants to go lower. So that helps the dollar. This one, yeah, there should be a bit of support here, but it does look like I want to go lower. Canadian doesn't matter too much, whatever. But look at this. This is super strong, massive cup and handle, lasted a long time. And plus, this is after the Japanese central bank has raised rates for the first time in 70 years or something. Maybe it's just too little too late and we're just going up. And, Japanese yen's going to suffer as the dollar keeps going up. But I said it before, this is a system breaking chart. So I don't expect it to go up and everything's all fun and games. The DXY will definitely go up. I mean, so just watch US dollar Japanese yen close above 152, and then you pretty much that will probably equal DXY up here at 105, and that will obviously impact gold and silver, but only in the short term because gold and silver, gold especially, is in total breakout mode. These mines are making so much money now. Well, sorry, not now. They will be, right, long term. Just setting up here, if it can stay here, or even just above 2000, which it's done for months now, I think. So gold miners are going to love this, regardless of what the dollar does. Let's look at yields though, real quick, because yields are not as strong as the dollar, but they're not weak either. So, here's the 30-year. I think will come down a bit more, maybe, but otherwise, I don't think we're going to come all the way back down to this ascending. I think we're going to hold like a middle of this range, down a little bit, and actually come back up and test again. This I can delete, by the way. 10-year. Same thing, maybe come to the low of this wick, but basically hold like halfway point between this range. So what I mean is something like this, looks like something like that might happen. 30-year, same sort of thing, just hover around there and then go back up. And obviously, I draw it so it makes sense, but things happen a lot quicker actually. So for me, look at the 2-year. It's already had a green day, green day yesterday. So maybe it's seen the low. So hover a bit and then up and then a little higher. I don't know if we're gonna go all the way back up. because inflation's back and will rise, I reckon. But so maybe yields start to go back up, but I don't know if they'll hit their highs again. But I think rates can go back up. I think the dollar will go back up also, especially now that's in the dollar Japanese yen chart. But I don't know if it'll impact gold and silver that much because gold doesn't seem to have cared about the dollar's relative strength recently, right? I mean, the dollar hasn't been very, very weak. And look at this, gold's totally outperformed. Gold, now obviously this candle here looks like a little bit like this candle here. It's not as bad as this candle here. This one forced a bigger move lower. Here, I think we can see a move to retest the descending breakout, which pretty much means testing this horizontal level. It's the only one here. If we close below, let's say 2145, then we should accelerate lower. And I'm talking about 2100 or maybe even below 2080. So we can see that, right? That's definitely possible. And with the dollar going up, I mean, this chart is remaining bullish for a long, long time, a long, long time. So maybe forever. So if we see this come back down, let me do that again. If we see gold, just because of the dollar, not so much yields. Okay, sorry about that. If it comes down, obviously we'll bounce here. But if it starts to sort of act weak and then close there, yeah, we can see that as still super bullish stuff. What a fantastic buy here. Think about how cheap the miners are there. But I would like this actually if the miners continue to outperform on the drop. You've got to enjoy that, even though you're going to be losing money. You have to have that long-term perspective. Will that happen? Let's see. But with what I see in the dollar Japanese yen and the DXY and maybe what yields want to do, it could happen. A close below 2145, the rest is just gravity and momentum. So, and obviously this will, happen very quickly. It'll probably take place by, I don't know, in 4 days or something, 3 days. I just do it like this so you can see clearly what I mean. So, I mean, on the upside, there's only one resistance. It's the recent high we made. So 22, 22, 2222, something like that. Obviously, we close above that, we keep running, and then the sky's the limit, literally. But on the way down, just watch for a retest of 2150, I would say, but watch out for a close below 2145 and watch the DXY for that, specifically US dollar, Japanese yen. Silver, though, the reason why I don't think yesterday was such a bad day, we were down, what, 3.5%, right? And the miners, look at SILJ, not even down 1%. That's a really good day. Now, obviously, silver, for me, the most important level, and it has been for a long time, is 26. We just can never seem to close above 26. And when we do that one day, it was a fake out, and that's created this new level 27, which I don't think we're going to have a problem getting through once we close above 26. And yesterday, gold was up in the morning. I think I did a video in the morning. Gold was up like 1%, or it was already up higher than 1%. And at the time of the video, it was up 1%. And silver was unchanged. And then, later on in the day, as gold came down below 2200, silver was red. And lo and behold, gold closed just down a little bit, and silver's down 3.5%. So massive underperformance in silver, but a massive outperformance in the miners. It's strange to see that. It's just a horrible day for silver, the metal. And that's because of 26. A lot of resistance at 26. Very few people think it can take out 26, but it will when time comes, but not today. And so what happens now? We have this bearish candle. We need to go lower. I think gold will probably test a little lower, 2150, 2145, maybe has to be tested, especially if the DXY and the yields are strong. What does that mean silver will do? Well, silver, let's get rid of that. Silver will probably go all the way down to 24. I think 2145, 2115 gold will probably mean 24 for silver. And if we close below 24, especially if gold closes below 2145, then we've got that 2080 move, which probably means silver down here, 23.5-ish, right? So 2150 is this, 2145, 2150 gold is 24 silver. And if we start closing below those levels in both metals, then it's the 2080 in gold, right? It's all the way down here. And for me, yeah, silver, it's going to be that 23 sort of 40, actually, not even 2350. And if miners aren't moving down that much, that could all be worth it, actually. Let's look at the miners. That is not the worst day. Yes, we closed at low of day, I think, across the board for all of them. SILJ, GDXJ, GDX, but SILJ not even down 1%. Look at some of the miners. Just to stick on SILJ, look at some of these miners. I mean, okay, the GDX is Newmont, Barrick. They all had the same candle, right? We actually touched resistance for a lot of them. Look at this perfect kissing of resistance. Look at that, beautiful. And closing near low of day. Some of them were green though. So, I mean, some of this, I don't think many silver miners were green given what happened to silver, but still, Pan America not even down 2%, silver down 3.5%. First Majestic, you'd expect to be down like 6, 7%. It's down not even 3. So it's quite good. We'll take a look at the miners tomorrow, literally, portfolio update. But I will get an opportunity to buy B2 gold that I didn't buy. I bought my I am gold yesterday just before the craze. It's now below, it's pretty much at the average that I bought. It's fine. And B2 gold, I'm probably going to get to buy. And if we go a bit lower, maybe I'll buy at the ridiculous lows. So I'm in it for the long run. I've seen what I need to see. Gold and silver definitely want to go higher. I think the earnings will be great. And I think you've got a little opportunity here. But still watch out, 21.45 close below, you get even cheaper. And I'm greedy like that. And that's it, guys. I mean, for the miners, I don't think we're gonna go, 21.45. For me, you're not gonna go because down here, let's just take GDXJ as an example. This was the 21.45 gold low. But because we're outperforming, I think if gold goes to 21.45 again, we're not going to be that low. And if it flushes, then maybe we start going below. We'll take a look. I think we've got an extra day to look at that. But it'll be interesting to see where the miners are when gold is testing this little 21.45, because I have a feeling they are not going to be down here. SILJ won't be there. GDXJ won't be down here at 35.50. Likewise, GDX will not be down here at 29 or even just below. That's the actual level. So I think it'd be worth it because imagine gold and silver flush, right? They flush, silver flushes 24, gold flushes 21.50 and starts to head towards 20.80. Maybe the miners there just at that point will probably just be around here, just below. That's beautiful because the bounce will be all the more better. Okay, anyway, it's Friday, so we'll have a nice weekly candle too to judge, but I don't think you guys should be too annoyed at yesterday's move. I think you should look at it relative to the GDA, the miners, basically. And in some cases, it's better than a green day, right? A day where SILJ is not even down 1% with silver down 3.5%. And I think that's better than the miners being up 2.5% when the metals are up 1%. You'd expect more than double in the move of the miners. All right, I hope you get my point. Good luck, guys.